Hello, my friends. It's been, I don't know, a couple of months, and my deepest apologies for that. Life got a little crazy. I think last time I posted, Tim and I were getting ready to go on a trip. I'm sorry if you can hear that squeaking in the background. That would be the new puppy that is, not chewing on the handful of chew toys we bought her. No, that's the plastic water bottle that she chews on. That she keeps going back to. So I'm really sorry if you can hear that squeaking and it bothers you. She seems to find them everywhere. So yeah, I think the last time I diamond painted and did a video, Tim and I were getting ready to go on a trip to Portland for a Pokemon tournament for him. We went with Christopher and Gabby, and then my sister Nicole and her son Spencer. Well, I mean, Christopher's her son too, but anyway, it was a really good trip. We had a lot of fun. The boys played all day Saturday. Spencer had a grand old time. Spencer is 13. And so this was his first competition for Pokemon. And apparently he did really good in the kids' section. Division. That's the word I'm looking for. The kids' division. He did really well. Or so I'm told. He really liked it. Nicole, Gabby, and I, we went to the zoo there and spent several hours there. My feet hurt so bad after that. We stayed at an Airbnb. That was my first time ever staying at an Airbnb, and that was super weird to me. Like, being in someone else's house was very weird and hard to, like, I don't know. I felt like I was intruding. It was super weird. But, I mean, hey, if that's your thing, like, cool. I think I'd rather stay at a hotel. Although it was nice to have a kitchen where you could, like, cook and stuff. That was actually really kind of nice. But, I don't know. It just felt weird being in somebody else's house. But, I mean, not a lot has happened. Like, yeah, we went on that trip. And then, like, we got our new dog, because in March we had to put Shock down. So Blue enjoyed being an only child for all of about a month and a half-ish. Tim and I were out on... Navi was not planned. That's her name, Navi. Yeah, so she was... And bonus points if my fellow nerds out there know where I got that name from. Navi. If you know, leave it in the comments, and I will tell you in the next video if you're right or wrong. Oh, see, I'm so out of sync. If you guys are new here, welcome. I'm crazy and scatterbrained and can't properly introduce myself to anybody. My name is Janae. This is Nene's Crafting Corner. If you're new, welcome. Hi. I'm crazy. Scatterbrained, I guess, is more like it. I do diamond painting mostly. Actually, I think I've only done one nail video. I'm coming back from a unplanned, unexpected hiatus. I got sucked back into World of Warcraft, and that has consumed me. So, sorry. I did not abandon you. I just had other things on my brain, like World of Warcraft. And if you are returning, welcome back. you've been missed. I do actually miss diamond painting. So I was actually getting ready to get onto World of Warcraft, and I turned around. I was listening to a podcast, and I turned around because she was talking about things that motivated her to do things, and pleasure was one of them. And I was like, and I turned around, looked at my diamond painting. I'm like, oh, that gives me pleasure. And then I was like, oh, I want to do that. So here we are. Anyway, I can put the loss. Oh, Portland. We were doing Portland. Actually, I was talking about Navi. Again, bonus points if you can tell me correctly where I got her name from. A lot of people actually surprising to me have guessed it correctly. Anyway, my dad really liked the name until I told him where I got it from, and then he was less than impressed. But anyway, so let's see. So Mother's Day, she was my unexpected Mother's Day present. We had gone to Walmart to pick something up, and there were puppies for sale. And well, Tim's like, let's go look at the puppies. And I was like, okay, well, we're not buying a puppy. And he's like, okay. We bought a puppy. And boy, oh boy, she's a handful. I have not ever, well, I've had one puppy in my life, and I had to give him up because he learned how to escape out of my parents' backyard, and I've never had a puppy since. So she's a handful, and oh boy, like I said, again, if you can hear the squeaking in the background, I'm so sorry. It's a water bottle that she loves, and she'll chew on her chew toys that we bought her for about 5 seconds, and then she goes back to the water bottle. I don't know. She's broken. It's fine. I will put a picture of her in here. She is it's such an odd combination. She's Chihuahua, Maltese, Shih Tzu. And I know that what you're probably picturing in your head is like this weird, like, I don't know, Frankenweenie. I don't know, but she's adorable. We brought her home and put her on the floor, and she was so teeny tiny. Blue sniffed her once and then looked at me like, the fuck is this, and why is she here? Like, take her back, basically. It was, but he is slowly warming up to her. They are cuddling now. I'll have to put in some pictures. When they sleep, they'll cuddle. And he is getting used to her. She is getting him to play with her now. She, nips at him, and that's how she wants to play, lets him know that she wants to play, and he plays with her, and he has no teeth, so she has the advantage over him, but he gets her good every once in a while with his gums. Not to the point, like, where she's yelping or anything, and he doesn't yelp either when, like, I think she's hurting him, but he's not whelping, so I'm assuming he's fine. He's not like, But they are pretty good friends. The only time they really fight is over food, and I separate them when I feed them. And actually, really, that's like the two major things that have happened. Oh, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. We also bought a new car at the tail end of March. It was like a week after we put Jacques down. We bought a new car a week or two after we put Jacques down. It's a Honda Pilot 2015. I'm one of those weirdos that, and there's nothing wrong with this, obviously, because I do it, so I have no problem with it. So I say this in a loving way, okay? Just don't. I'm one of those weirdos that names my car. My Chrysler, is named Lexi. My friend named her because so my ex-husband Aaron had this weird obsession. Like, he wanted a Lexus. That's how he knew he had made it, you know? Like, that he owned a Lexus. And it's just a freaking car, okay? And I know that there are people out there that, you know, cars are their thing, and that's the thing that they baby, and I get that. That was not my ex-husband. He was not that person. He just wanted the label, the status of the Lexus, you know, because it's like a really expensive car. And anyway, I hated it. I hate Lexus for no reason other than that. And I know that that's silly, but I do. I just hate Lexus. I see Lexus on the road and I'm just like, "Rrr." Anyway. So not that, you know, he cared, but I found it funny. So my friend named my car, because it's a Chrysler 200 LX, she named it Lexi. And my sister thought it was because of that, because Aaron wanted a Lexus, and I said, no, it just was because it's LX, Lexi. And then so we got the Pilot, and I told Tim, because we call his car the Toaster, because it's a Scion, you know, those little box cars that I actually really used to hate, and now I love his Toaster. But anyway, I told Tim, I said, okay, so it's a Honda Pilot. I said, you got 3 name options, okay? We can name it Maverick, Goose, Rooster, or Iceman. He thought about it for a minute, and I said, personally, I vote Iceman. And he's like, why? And I was like, well, I love Val Kilmer, right? So, I'm funny, right? Because it's a pilot. And he really liked the idea. He really actually, I think, wanted to name it Maverick, but I love Val Kilmer. And so he let me name it Iceman. So that's the name of our Pilot, is Iceman. And it's white, so it's even funnier. At least it's funny to me. Oh, that is not everything that's happened. Disclaimer, I may cry. And if you're new here, that's not, sorry, if you're not new here, that's not, you know, you're used to it, right? If you are new here, all of my emotions come out of my tear ducts, so just, it's fine. And what I'm about to tell you is really quite sad. One of my best friends actually passed away last week. Very, very suddenly. She was in and out of the hospital for about 5 weeks, and then they found that she had a rare autoimmune liver disease or something like that. I need to read up on it again. And so they put her on a liver transplant list, and they were prepping her for surgery. They had found a liver, and her brain started hemorrhaging, and so they took her off the list. And I don't know if she was in a medically induced coma or what, but they took her off of life support, and after 13 hours, she died. She died last Sunday, so the 11th. Wait, what's today? 19? Yeah, so the 11th. She died on the 11th. I found out on the 12th. and sobbed hysterically. Like, she did my hair for like 13 years. She was a single mom when I met her. Her son was 3. I helped potty train him. I helped, pick him up from school. We have been a big part of each other's lives for many years. She was there when I needed her when I got divorced. And I think the doggies are playing, so if she starts barking, I'm sorry. I had 3 immediate thoughts when I heard the news, or read the news, really, because I read on Facebook. The natural, I can't believe my friend died. Who's going to cut my hair? And does Cash have to go live with his dad? Because his biological father is not a real winner. And quite frankly, her daughter's dad is not a real winner either, but more of a winner than Cash's dad, I suppose. Her funeral was Friday. I was able to go to it. I still can't believe that she's gone. And now I'm really like, okay, but really, who's gonna do my hair? Because I looked forward to that every month. Spending a couple of hours with her while she cut and colored my hair. And we talked about life and griped about, spouses. Well, her fiance, and I griped about Tim, or, talked to her just about life, and now she's gone. And I am grateful that she's not in pain anymore. But I'm selfish and I want my friend back. But I am doing a lot better than I was, this time last week. So, in fact, I already have a little speech rehearsed for the next person that I find to cut my hair. Because Ashley and I had a joke that, because I am so sensitive, I always seemed to cry when I would get my hair cut. Whether laughing so hard or just having a tender moment, I always seem to cry. And I kept telling her, seriously, Ashley, why can't I have one haircut where I don't cry? Apparently that just wasn't in the cards for us. So I have this little speech prepared for when I go find the next person to cut my hair, which I don't know when that will be, but they have some big shoes to fill. But I'm going to tell them that don't take it personally that I cry. That's just it's tradition. You don't get your hair cut without crying. And I don't know. My sister-in-law said that I could go see her gal, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. we'll see what happens. For now, I will probably just continue to let my hair grow and dye my hair out of a box because, I mean, really, I don't care if my hair is dyed or not, but because there is 10 years between Tim and I am going gray, and I mean, I'm naturally a redhead, and so I know that my grays aren't as predominant as, or as obvious as some other people's, but I know that they're there, and so I just don't want to accentuate the age gap in any way, shape, or form. So there's that. But anyway, so I'm now gonna have to start taking interviews for people that cut hair. So anyway, that's the long and the short of it. And that's really, since I last posted, that's pretty much been the highlight of my life. Oh wait, that's a lie. That's a lie. I mentioned video games earlier, so I got stuck on WoW, and I actually bought the new Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. That is, I guess, basically a sequel to Breath of the Wild. At least that's how I view it. It is a beautifully done game. Like, the graphics are amazing. Ocarina of Time is still my favorite, though. That was the 64 version. The Nintendo 64. But, anyway, I've been playing that a lot too, and I really enjoy that game too. Also, for my Harry Potter fans, I believe it's July, they're releasing Hogwarts Legacy, which takes place, I think, like 100 years or so before the events of the Harry Potter books. But that looks like a pretty pimp-tastic game too. I love Harry Potter. I don't care. Who knows? I was actually in 7th grade when the first book came out. So there's that. But yeah. Anyway, that's the long and the short of it. And I really expected this video to be longer. I didn't even set a timer because I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to talk. But that's basically the long and the short of it, of what's happened over the hiatus that I didn't plan on. I'm very sorry I keep disappearing like that. I have no real rhyme or reason as to why I do it. Like, I go hardcore into something, doesn't matter what it is. Craft, video game is usually what happens, is I like become obsessed with it, and like that's all I want to do. And then I lose interest. And then my interest gets sparked again. Like today, out of nowhere, I was like, ooh, I want to diamond paint. Ooh, I want to do a YouTube video. So I don't mean to keep disappearing. I just do. And it's so weird because doing these videos and being in touch with you guys, it makes me happy. Like, who knew a bunch of strangers could just make each other happy? Rando strangers on the interwebs. But yeah, so I don't, when I disappear, I don't mean to. It's probably because usually I've fallen down a rabbit hole of some sort of like video game or, you know, whatever. It's nothing personal to you guys, obviously. Navi, what are you doing? Just chewing on something down here by my feet. Anyway, that's really all I've got for this one. Like I said, I really thought it was going to be longer. I felt like there was more to catch up on, but I guess not. Oops. Because I've said it once, I'll say it again, I'll continue to say it. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but my life is boring, and I like it that way, so there's that. Yeah, any questions, comments, general concerns, put them down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. But yeah, if you want to try and guess where I got Navi's name from, take a crack at it. I felt it was very obvious, but I mean, anyway. And I'm always surprised that people actually get it. But anyway, that's the long and the short of it. That is all I have, really. I will start tracking my days again so that I can not mumble as much, or not, really bothers me. Get my thoughts together a little better for next time. I will try to, again, keep to a schedule. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of schedules, Tim's schedule has changed. He used to work 12-hour shifts, and he would work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the next week he'd work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then so on and so forth. But he switched to warehouses, and now he's on a 9-to-5 schedule. Well, not really. I meant Monday through Friday, but 9-to-5 came out. Because that's what I work, Monday through Friday, 9-to-5. But he is working 9 hours and having every other Friday off. So I'm going to have to adjust my recording accordingly. Say that 10 times fast. I'm going to end up saying a cuss word, I think. Not that I have a problem with cuss words. I'm a big fat potty mouth, to be perfectly honest. But in fact, I might just, today's a Monday night, so maybe I'll just stick to Monday nights because he goes and plays cards. Who knows? Anywho, that is the very long and the very short of it. And I will wrap this up, and hopefully next week I will have a little bit more planned and shenanigans, because now Tim's going to be off on Saturdays. So we'll see. Thanks, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys. The wee band that we are. I appreciate you. And anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.